Woof! More Kyrie Irving news. Actually, we have two different stories on Kyrie Irving because it is quite bizarre. Literally set the NBA offseason continuously on fire. So to begin with, the ESPN trade machine, which I love how much we're going to use it. It's a great tool, except it's so flawed. For example,
what, you don't think GMs go online?
Is this how they do it?
This is how I'm doing it. Yeah, this is how I want to.
Can you read me that one? The number 9 trade that USA Today pulled?
In a 4-team blockbuster deal, the Cavs would be getting, the 4 teams involved are Cavs, Pelicans, Sixers, Bucks.
Ah, exciting.
A lot of good young players,
right?
Who
did the Cavs get in this deal?
The Cavs in this deal would get Anthony Davis, the Greek Freak, Jabari Parker, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid. Probably 3 of the most promising young players in the entire league. The Pelicans would get Kyrie, Eddie Tavares, and Kay Felder.
Just like
the Sixers would get Shumpert and Jefferson.
What a deal for
losing Simmons and Embiid for that. You can't beat that. And then the Bucks would get Kevin Love and Channing Frye, with nobody else on their team.
It's just because the money.
With Chris Middleton.
It's just because of Chris Middleton. It's just because the money adds up. However, that's probably the most likely.
And the funny
trade.
thing is this trade is successful.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's flawed, because the trade doesn't follow anything to do with actual players. It has to follow only the money. If the money makes sense, then the trade will be successful.
The cap room for the Cavs would be negative 41 million. So they'd be in the luxury tax just a little bit.
41 million, it's like 1.5 times over what you could
That is absurd.
That's fine. Pay the tax. It doesn't really cost that much. As for 3 trades that we think are slightly more realistic and an update that came in, but let's start with the Suns. I'll read you what we were doing this morning, and then I shall read you what ESPN's Brian Windhorst has said most recently. There's likely going to have to be a 3rd team involved in this. But if we're just going to simplify things and kind of get the point across, the Kyrie Irving for Eric Bledsoe and Josh Jackson trade is not necessarily that insane. You get a young, good wing, defensively sound prospect, and you pick up Eric Bledsoe to fill the void with Jose Calderon and not have to at least rely on signing maybe a Derrick Rose.
Bledsoe is a part of LeBron's agency, right? Rich Paul is his agent. I think he's on Clutch Sports.
Aren't they all part of LeBron's agency?
So LeBron gets a part of his posse to play with.
There's just too many LeBron figures in the NBA. The Knicks seem to be a team involved in all these kind of 3-team deals. The Nuggets seem to be involved. In this case, though, if Cleveland does in fact want Carmelo Anthony to at least balance the money out, Channing Frye comes back to New York. His numbers hanging in the rafters.
Former Knick, yeah.
Former Knick, forever a Knick. We already signed the great Tim Hardaway Jr.
How has it not affected the winning percentage of the Knicks?
You've not affected the winning percentage because the trade machine doesn't lie.
-8 when Melo goes.
We all believe the trade machine. It makes us still a bad 31-win team. In this case, though, and then lastly, this is still the one, some form of this. I think Kyrie Irving should go to the Denver Nuggets. I think it's Jusuf Nurkic. It took me a while. Jusuf Nurkic and Nikola Jokic. And I couldn't get the names down. And somebody in the comment section phonetically spelt it out for me. Such kind people. But so with the Nuggets, you get a lineup with Paul Millsap and Nikola Jokic, who are 2 of the best passing forwards, front court players in the league. To kind of go with a point guard whose most lethal ability is to get to the rim and score, and he can still shoot.
Catch and shoot too, which was perfect for Jokic's being the focal point of the offense, and being up top, especially on the half court offenses. Controlling everybody. Kyrie could be a point guard that could fit seamlessly. And did you mention Millsap, right?
Millsap too, in the front
Millsap
court.
is a perfect supplemental player to play with Jokic because he can rebound the ball and also shoot a little bit.
I agree with that.
As a big man.
He's also a high IQ player. You know, look at that Hawks team, which by the way does not exist anymore. The 2015 Hawks.
Yeah, the entire starting five.
Disbanded, no more. What's so interesting to me though about the Nuggets is that they would be putting the Suns also, because those are 2 teams that are building for the future. Both of them with, I think, well, the Nuggets with Kyrie Irving make the playoffs and maybe even be a little bit competitive 6 or 7 games with one of these teams. If it's the Warriors, no. But still, the point being is, with Kyrie Irving on a team like the Nuggets or the Suns, you know, when Kyrie Irving 3 years from now, when the Warriors probably aren't together, or at least Kevin Durant and Curry have gotten a little bit older and the LeBron equation is probably not nearly as important, and your new competition, if all else falls in line, would be the Sixers and the Lakers. And these teams, the Bucks with all, and the Timberwolves, all this young talent.
Just waiting to break through,
Waiting to break through. Look, anybody can compete right now with the Timberwolves. The promise for them to be untouchable is, of course, there, but they're not the Golden State Warriors. And so the Nuggets and the Suns have that option. Most importantly, with the Kyrie Irving trade, and I don't know how to say this lightly, it does not matter who Kyrie Irving wants to play for. He has zero say about where he plays next year. There's no trade clause here.
Nope.
He ain't LeBron, he ain't Dirk, he ain't Melo. There is, if they wanted to, they can call up any team and say, 1 for 1, here you go, Kyrie Irving's gone. So the Cavaliers have all the power over Kyrie Irving in this case, and all they have to do is wait for the most ridiculous offer sent. And at some point, it's gonna get ridiculous, or they can tell him, meh, F you.
And then,
You're playing with us for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, they have he's 3 years left, right, or something like that.
2 years. 2 years before. I think it's like there's a
with an option
restricted free agent.
Yeah, they don't even have to trade him. And I think it was the same instance with Kobe Bryant. The same thing when the Lakers were struggling. He requested a trade.
Yeah, he didn't
at
even
one point
talk to Sterling. Was on the sideline.
Like
he said, "Get me out of here," which is hilarious.
And the Lakers were just like, "Don't think so."
Don't think so.
Then he led them to 3 finals, which included 2 rings. So I don't know. All these reports about Kyrie, just the fallout of the Cavs, him and LeBron, and it's baffling to me. And I think the damage is done. I think if maybe LeBron and him got in a room and just talked about it, maybe they could salvage it.
You know the memes? Because the breakup with the Jennifer Aniston.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I understand where Kyrie's coming from a little bit, how he's kind of been in LeBron's shadow, but the Cavs are in complete control here. They are gonna get a boatload back from him. I mean, you talk about the Nuggets, they could offer him. They could offer the Cavs.
Gary Harris, Jamal Murray,
and draft
young
picks.
guys. Fareed, if they
Same with the Suns, they got some decent young players as well.
Well, speaking of, that's what I wanted to read before, because we're gonna do a separate clip on just the reports coming out on Kyrie Irving and the toxic relationship that has occurred in Cleveland and why LeBron will not be a Cavalier in 2018.
Yeah, it's wild.
For your information today on ESPN Cleveland Radio, Brian Windhorst said Kyrie would not be traded for Carmelo Anthony or Chris Bledsoe or Eric Bledsoe without Porzingis or Josh Jackson coming back as well. The Knicks are smart. You can't get rid of Porzingis.
No.
You can't make that deal. You can float Hernando Gomez, Frank Ntilikina, and a pick out there, which would still be a lot, probably too much, but the fans would like it.
Yeah.
And it's not, with the Suns, Josh Jackson should go. That shouldn't even be a question. I like Josh Jackson. I like what he brings to the table. I don't think he's got something that like Jason Tatum is bringing to the Celtics right now.
Yeah.
Cavs got to figure this out. So let's save it for the next clip, though. So comment below at ZCouts 0067854387321, because that's roughly his email. I mean, I'm not sure if I was close or not.
Oh, I thought you were throwing out my Twitter there.
No, your Twitter is just at ZCouts, but his email is at ZCouts 1777683473287. Swear to God, it's like
don't blame me, blame the school.
It's 9 digits. The school is like your student ID number and your ridiculous. Like, favorite, subscribe.